Ladies and gentlemen, what is good, Crooked Six family? Welcome back. And today we are talking about transition. When I think about transition, I think mostly about my transition in college and even in high school because I went to boarding school. But I think mainly about moving from one stage of life to next, right? So for my college students who are also coming in and are going to be experiencing, or freshman college, we're going to be experiencing a new way of life, fun way of life, I must say. That transition can sometimes be very nerve-wracking, different, sometimes stretching is a good word to use for that. Today, we're talking about transition. I want to talk about molding, right? This idea of moving from one place to the next, right? So when you come to college, you're going to be living with your classmates, which I think is probably the biggest difference, right? Most people who come to college haven't lived away from home for months at a time without any parental supervision. So that's the biggest stretch, right? And a lot of people come to college and they get there and they're like, well, I don't know what to do with myself. Here are 3 things that I think any person who is in a stage of transition in their life need to hold on to that will really help you, help anyone who is in a period of transition in their life, right? These 3 things. Number 1, creating a routine. If you look at the most successful people in the world, they have a routine. My parents have a routine. I have a routine. Kobe Bryant had a routine. Elon Musk has a routine. You can go down the line. People have a routine who are successful at what they do. And the reason why that is because a routine is structure, right? You look into the summertime, usually after school, as soon as school gets out, most people's lives, or at least students' lives, lose structure during that time, right? My parents were telling me that they used to put me into camps and things so that I have things to do during the summer to grow me and to stretch me mentally, physically, emotionally, and all those things above. That's great. But the reason behind why they did that in the first place was so that I would have structure in my life. And the reason why you want structure is because without structure, there's chaos and disorder and things don't make sense, right? So when you have structure, when you have a routine, when you have things that you do because you do them because of patterns, because of habit, and these habits are different from other habits because these habits right here are helpful, right? These habits are growing you and stretching you and pushing you towards this thing of what we like to call discipline, right? And I think college is definitely the place where it will weed out the people who have discipline and who don't. And it will instill in you discipline to get your work done, go to bed at a reasonable time, make good decisions, all the above. Number 1 is routine. For me, in college, I wake up, go to class, come back, go to the gym, go eat some food, go back to class, homework, dinner, homework or study. And then after that, I'm relaxing. This routine, it's like people ask me what I'm doing. It's like, oh, I'm doing this. Like, I know what I'm doing today. Like, it's A, B, C, D, all the above. Like, I really don't. And it's not the fact that like, oh, like I want to make time for friends. It's like, you'll make time. But when you have a routine down, you are now living in a mindset of, okay, my time is valuable. And these are the things that I'm doing that are helping me and pushing me towards my goals. So anything that I do that is distracting me or pulling me away from that is not beneficial for me. And you won't really be able to see that unless you start a routine. The second thing that I think is key is choosing your friends wisely, right? Choose friends that reflect your values. And really, this just comes back to this idea of environment, right? You're going into college, you're meeting new people. Everyone is anxious, all right? Everyone wants to meet new friends. So if you're scared about going to college, you can get that out of your head right now. Listen, just walk out to somebody, just be like, yo, my name is Sam. My name is Joe. My name is Gabe. I don't know why I didn't say my name first. My name is Gabe. I study this. I'm from this. And I like this. Your turn. And then y'all are friends. Bro, that Amazon truck door is open. That fear of, oh no, I'm not going to make friends. It's going to go away as soon as you realize that everyone is in the exact same boat. So you have nothing to be worried about. All right. Choose friends that reflect your values. I would say that within that first two weeks, first month, right? First month of college, everyone's all friendly. Second month of college, everyone's starting to figure out themselves and learn where they fit in. Third month of college, everyone's starting to get into a rhythm. And by that last month of college, we got exams, so we're kind of stressing and we fall out of rhythm again. That's beside the point. The point is that your friends will shape you, right? You're now living away from home. Your friends will shape the way that you think, the way that you what you believe about yourself and about others in the world around you. If you have friends who do homework, you probably will be doing homework. If you have friends who drink all day, you probably will be drinking all day. You know what I'm saying? If you have friends who do this, you'll do that. Your friends determine that route that you're going to go. Choose friends that if they ended up somewhere, you wouldn't be upset if you ended up there too. Matter of fact, you would be happy that you ended up there with them. At least for me, where my friends are, like, we're all going to the same place, right? That's the very top. Number 3, one thing that I would recommend to any person, any human being, is to try something new, college or not. Whenever you are in a place of transition, a season of transition, trying new things, it just takes it takes a load off. And second, I would say that it just reteaches like your confidence. Like, hey, I don't know everything, but neither does everyone else. So here's the opportunity for me to grow and learn something new, right? When you try something new, you open yourself up to a new world of possibilities where anything can happen. A lot of things in life, you don't really know what's going to happen. Try something new. You never know what's going to happen. Something positive could happen. Something bad could happen as well. Say it like this, right? When I was a freshman, I tried Entrepreneurship Club and I met a lot of people who want to have a business. I mean, for someone who wants to have a business, that's very helpful to find people who also want to have a business. I also tried Sales Club sophomore year. I met this guy named Dr. Quinn. One of the other things that I tried was Chapel. I tried Chapel sophomore year, right? And sophomore year was a lot of fun. Sophomore year was a good time. Sophomore year, I tried Chapel. I was in the middle of the fall semester. I went in there and I was like, sometimes you just feel a need, like, you know what, I need to go to church. So I went to Chapel and it was outside. It was sunset. The grass was wet. It was outside. I was sitting down, had my notebooks, and I was chilling. And it was a great service. And I met this guy. This great guy. His name is Preston. Y'all will definitely meet Preston. Y'all should meet Preston. Preston is cool. We meet Preston. We talk for like 3 minutes and then I don't see him again for 3 months. One thing I will say about the Chapel community and why I would say Chapel is a great space to be a part of if you're new coming to Chapel is that the Chapel community takes you on as a part of the family and not just a project. And if you look at the Christian community, one thing that I must say is sometimes we have a habit of making friends out of people and making a project out of them. And that is not what Jesus did. And I mean, you look at Jesus, he came here to build relationships, right? The Chapel community is focused at building relationships, long-lasting relationships and friendships with people that will influence you to grow and change and better yourselves. And I think that's like the best part about Chapel is that I don't have to go in there and feeling like someone's trying to change me, right? Trying something new can bring out a lot of good things in us, and they can bring out things that we didn't know were there, bring out a lot of strengths and a lot of perspectives, and even change some of our perspectives that we already have some misconceptions about the world and about us.